Well, negotiations to end the war in Gaza are underway in Egypt.
But as warring sides, they sit across the table for these talks. People across the world are hitting the streets to demand an end to the war and the suffering in Gaza. In the Dutch capital, Amsterdam, protesters demanded tougher stance against Israel. The protesters gathered under the banner of Red Line March, and the event was planned weeks ahead of the announcement by US President Donald Trump of his plan to end the war.
The scenes in London were similar. Protesters rallied at Trafalgar Square in central London, holding banners, placards and flags in support of the Palestinians.
Manchester, on the other side, was blue, where supporters of Israel staged protests ahead of the anniversary of the October 7th attack. The gathering comes just days after 2 people were killed in Manchester in an anti-Semitic attack on Yom Kippur.
Now, thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters marched in Spain's Madrid. The streets were covered with Palestinian flags. Protesters said it was unacceptable to have the future of Palestinians determined by a staunchly pro-Israeli global power like the United States.
Anger is mounting in Turkey's capital, Ankara, as well. Demonstrators came out on the streets against Israel's interception of a flotilla carrying aid to Gaza and to voice their support for Palestine. Protesters waved Turkish and Palestinian flags, and chants of Turkish soldiers to Gaza echoed throughout the event.
Anger also poured on the streets of Rome, where 250,000 people took part in a demonstration to support Palestine. There is, on the 4th day of the widespread protest in Italy, it followed the interception of a Gaza-bound activist aid flotilla.
Streets of Paris turned blue, where several thousand people gathered for a march calling for the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas. People were seen holding placards with pictures of the hostages.
The sentiment in Tel Aviv is no different. Protesters took to the streets urging Israeli PM to seal the deal and end the war in Gaza and bring all the hostages home. Hostage families also set up Tent of Hope in front of Israeli PM's residence in Jerusalem.
After 2 years of struggle, 2 years in which 48 hostages and 1 female hostage are held captive by Hamas, we are a step away from a comprehensive deal and the end of the war. This opportunity must not be missed. We will not let it be missed.
Now, among the rubble and black smoke bellowing from the destroyed buildings, Palestinians are living between hope and fear. Over 67,000 people have died during these past 2 years, but some are keeping the optimism for peace alive even now.
Ending the war, no matter the cost, is in itself salvation from the massacre being carried out against the Palestinian people, from the starvation war imposed by the occupation, and from the repeated waves of displacement.